This is Co-op HD1 HD3 Hornsby, radio for people, not for profit. Welcome to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show. Each week, we explore how your library is more than books. The library is knowledge, technology, and inspiration for our community. Welcome, welcome. Today, I'm your host, Kanya Lyons. Mike is not able to be here today. Today, we're going to do a little something different. Usually on this show, we focus internally on just the library and all the amazing things happening throughout the Austin Public Library system. But today, we're going to expand just a little bit outside of that. We've invited Amanda Rohlich from the Austin Office of Sustainability to join us, and we're going to talk about the Seaholm EcoDistrict, which is surrounding the new Central Library. So I'd like to welcome you. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you so much, Kanya. I am a huge Austin Public Libraries fan and a huge co-op fan, so this is a real honor for me to be here today. Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming in. So I guess before we even get into the meat of our discussion, would you mind introducing a little bit, tell us about what the Office of Sustainability does and what you do in your job?
Sure. So the Office of Sustainability was created back in 2011, and it is really an umbrella office out of the city manager's office with the purpose to provide leadership and influence positive action through engagement to help Austin achieve a few goals. So one is to become net zero by 2050. The other is to support a healthy and sustainable local food system, and also help municipal operations with their resource efficiency, and finally provide some tangible sustainability projects that really demonstrate, kind of in the real world, what that looks like.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, I want to get a little more into that, but I thought I'd also mention that Co-op Radio is right now in the middle of their membership drive, and we actually have Tracy Schultz in the studio with us.
Oh, it's a real pleasure to be able to be up here. Congratulations on Volumes. It's been one of our standout shows. It's like over the last few months that y'all have been here. It's a really big deal, and it's because of folks like yourself out there in listener land making a donation to this station to give these folks an opportunity. Give us a call right now at 512-472-5667. Every dollar that you donate, allows community organizations and things like Volumes to exist on Co-op Radio. So if you appreciate the types of news and interviews that you've been hearing, give us that call at 512-472-5667.
And we're going to hear a little bit more from Tracy in just a little bit. I want to point out that I used to listen to Co-op Radio for a long time. I had no idea that it was totally volunteer run. And now I work at the library. We rely a lot on volunteers at the library too. So it's just a perfect fit. We really enjoy doing this radio program. So I want to remind everyone, in case you're just joining us, we're talking here today with Amanda Rohlich, who is from the City of Austin's Office of Sustainability. And we want to talk about the EcoDistrict that's right there around the new Central Library. But I guess before we even get into that, can you, Amanda, tell me a little bit, what is an EcoDistrict? What does that mean?
Sure. So an EcoDistrict is actually a framework that came out of the Portland Sustainability Institute. And it's something that we found fit really well and aligned with a lot of our Imagine Austin values of creating a compact and connected city. So the EcoDistrict is really a way where we can look at all the sum of the parts in that area to celebrate all the different green ways that district is operating, and really the coordination amongst all the different players in that district. So it's more than just looking at, say, a single building. So as you know, the new Central Library is kind of poised to become a LEED Platinum building, which is super exciting. We're crossing our fingers, but even if it makes it to gold, that's an amazing accomplishment. But one green building alone does not an eco-district make. We're really, the exciting part about an eco-district is when you see all of those players in a neighborhood really coming together, and you see sustainability kind of grow from the neighborhood up.
Absolutely. Wow. So why do eco-districts matter so much? What's the big deal?
Sure. So, as you know, or may not know, according to latest census data, 81% of the U.S. population now lives in cities. Metropolitan areas account for 70% of the global greenhouse gas emissions, and cities are responsible for 75% of the world's energy consumption. So seeing that cities are playing a big part, it only makes sense that they're also a part of the solution. So we really see eco-districts as addressing these issues at the neighborhood scale, and with the hopes that, at some point in the future, we would have this network of eco-districts across the city where everyone in our city is really living in what could be considered an eco-district.
Absolutely. Yeah, I wish that my neighborhood would get turned into an eco-district. I love the idea of just being able to really just walk everywhere to get the things that you need, and just that, like you're talking about, that compact nature. So we're actually talking here in the studio today with Amanda Rohlich from the City of Austin's Office of Sustainability. This is Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show on Co-op 91.7 FM and streaming at koop.org. And show details are online at library.austintexas.gov/volumes. Today we're talking about the Eco-District, particularly the Seaholm EcoDistrict, which is where our new central library is located. And so how big is the Seaholm EcoDistrict, Amanda?
So the Seaholm EcoDistrict is about 90 acres at the southwest edge of downtown Austin. So it's bordered by Lady Bird Lake, or if you're an old school Austinite like me, Town Lake, at the southern edge. And on the west, you've got Lamar. To the east, it's bordered by, it kind of goes Guadalupe and San Antonio, kind of cuts in there at San Antonio. And then on the northern edge at 5th Street. So it includes, it's named after, obviously, that big 1950s Seaholm power plant, that iconic, modern building that sort of defines the area, which, when I was growing up was just like a barbed wire area. It was kind of an eyesore. I never really noticed it because it wasn't a place that was accessible to passerbyers, really. It was just kind of this, untouched, old-looking building. And now, as it's been redeveloped and we've seen the neighborhood grow up around it, it's so beautiful and really the anchor of such an exciting and vibrant district.
Yeah, and I really now appreciate the architecture. I was just there the other day walking around and just like, wow, this is so neat that they kept a lot of the old school Seaholm stuff and then just kind of expanded on that. But they're really mixing, the old with the new, and I like that. I like not just forgetting about the old. And actually, the grand opening of the new Central Library is going to be right there in front of the Seaholm building. We didn't have enough space outside of the library for all the people that we anticipate coming, so we're going to be right there on the Seaholm.
Oh yeah, that lawn is amazing, and what's even more amazing is some of what's going on underneath there. It's they've repurposed some of those old intake valves to create some of the rainwater capture system. So there's a lot of exciting sustainable features kind of hidden underground, as it were, right there on the lawn that we'll be standing on for the grand opening.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I know that we have a huge rainwater collection facility, or that we're going to utilize for the new Central Library to water our rooftop garden. And you were mentioning something else awesome that we're going to do with that water. Yeah,
we're pretty excited what the library is doing. They're using some of that captured rainwater to actually flush toilets throughout the library.
Cool.
So, that water doesn't need to be potable. I don't think any of us are drinking from the toilets. So, using rainwater is a perfect use for that.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about this eco-district here in just a minute. I want to remind people you're listening to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show, right here on Co-op 91.7 FM and streaming at koop.org. Where else are you going to learn about the library? In case you did not know, Co-op Radio's membership drive is in full effect. And we have Tracy Schultz here to tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, this is our time where we ask our listenership to please help to contribute to the cause of Co-op Radio. We come to you 2 times a year, and we only ask for what we need. And once we get to that goal, we go back to doing regular programming. We're asking for a little bit more this time just because it's like cost and expenses and just things. It's like kind of creep up that way. But trust me when I say it's like it all goes to making quality radio. And I want to say a thank you to Jeremy Simon. He's one of the folks that called in during the last segment to make a donation to the station. Thank you very much. Yes, claps all around here in the studio. Jeremy made a donation to the station because he loves volumes and he loves what Co-ops does and its eclecticness. Be like Jeremy. Give us a call at 512-472-5667. Also, this coming weekend is Staple, a local community comic book convention. It's a very unique, and the folks at Staple gave us tickets to be able to give out to donors. And so if you call in right now, it's like, and you are the next two callers, say, hey, it's like, I heard about that Staple thing, and we'll make sure you get passes to go to Staple as well as making a contribution to the station that you love. Give us that call at 512-472-5667.
Thanks so much, Tracy. We really appreciate that. We're going to have a brief announcement, and then we're going to come back and talk with Amanda Rohlich from the Office of Sustainability about the Seaholm EcoDistrict, where the new Central Library is located.
Support comes from Terra Nera, a traditional Chinese medicine practice in central Austin, offering acupuncture, personalized herbal formulations, Asian bodywork massage, cupping therapy, and nutritional support. Owner Hannah Rudolph believes every human being deserves to live a happy, pain-free life and is committed to helping her patients achieve a goal of holistic wellness. More information available at terraneraAcupuncture.com or by calling 512-593-1256.
You're listening to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show on Co-op 91.7 FM and KOOP.org. Radio for people, not for profit.
Hey, we're back with Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show, and we are so lucky today to have Amanda Rohlich, who is here from the Office of Sustainability. Aren't we lucky to live in a city where we have an Office of Sustainability? I mean, the library is sustainable, your city is sustainable. It's really amazing. Welcome back, Amanda.
Thanks so much, Kanya.
So we're talking about the Seaholm EcoDistrict, which is just the coolest thing. Like, what other city has something this awesome? So what are some of the benefits of an eco-district, like for average Joe citizen or Jane citizen?
Yeah, so I think some of the benefits are really kind of in the lived experience. Once you are going down there and visiting the district, or some people are living in the district, working in the district. Will you be working in the district? Are you going to be at the new?
One day soon, I might move to the new Central Library. They're moving in critical staff first.
Okay.
The people that work on the front line that are going to be checking out books and doing all that stuff. And those of us that are behind the scenes, we'll filter in little by little.
Yeah. So there's, lots of, basically the way that this district is really kind of highlighting all of these sustainability features is, they've got lots of exciting supercharged mobility options. So there's like places to charge your electric vehicle or electric scooter or bike. There's that stretch of West 2nd Street called, now it's called Electric Drive. They tried to do Electric Avenue, but that was already taken somewhere else. So they had to settle for Electric Drive. But it's a really great place you can pick up a B-cycle there and hit the trail from there, cross over the Pfluger Bridge and get onto the hike and bike trail. You've got the Lance Armstrong Bikeway right there. But you've got Capital Metro running through the district. You've got Car2Go, so just a lot of mobility options.
Absolutely.
Additionally, there's great public art scattered throughout the district. We have this really great program at the City of Austin, Arts and Public Places, whereby a percentage of the capital improvement budget has to go to, or gets to go to, art projects. So we've got a lot of really cool art pieces that are going to be unveiled. Some that are already visible, but some that will become even more visible once the library opens in late October. So just a really great place to kind of both recharge physically and mentally, and also, take in some great art. There's so much happening, as I was mentioning earlier, with the what's going on underground, kind of behind the scenes, with rainwater collection and capture and reuse, and then energy production. So the library, for example, is going to be housing one of the largest solar arrays in all of downtown, which is so cool. We are just stoked to be a part of that crowning jewel, to say that it's a city-owned building that's providing that kind of exciting infrastructure. And there's just tons of, so over 3.5 million square feet of green buildings are in this district. And they either have the Austin Energy Green Building rating or LEED ratings. So very, very exciting. And over 1 million gallons of captured rainwater and reclaimed water are getting delivered to the district through purple pipes. So are you familiar with what purple pipes are?
Is that water, gray water? Is that right?
So it's called purple pipe because it is in fact in a purple pipe. So that's how they kind of notify that it's, reclaimed or, rainwater instead of treated potable water.
And that's used primarily for
irrigation, and then in the case of the library, for the toilet flushing.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
that's exciting. I'm really looking forward to being a part of this sort of vibrant area where people can just walk off the hike and bike trail right into the library, check out a book, go next door, do something else, run some errands. I mean, like you said, there's so many bicycle options and different, car options, electric cars, car to go, all the, B-cycle. It's really super amazing.
And to have the library there, I think, is a great entry point for the public. Otherwise, if the library wasn't there, maybe many of the Austinites might feel, maybe that space isn't, for me. But because we've got, Austin Public Library kind of, in the center core of this district, it's a real open door to all of our residents and visitors to come visit, to come play. This area is for you. And
absolutely.
It's just really exciting. You can roam the district and kind of see some of the cool, we were talking about some of the pieces of the old power plant being reused. And so you can see some of that throughout the district. I think in the library, they've got, maybe it's a piece, maybe not from the power plant, but from the old green water treatment plant that was there. But some really cool adaptive reuse kind of sprinkled throughout the district to check out.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I mean, it really is one of the most democratic spaces, meaning, that it's really open to everyone. And we really welcome everyone at the library. And, anywhere else in Austin, you'd have to be like in a condo or something to get that kind of a view. I mean, the roof of the library is just incredible. And we really invite everyone in Austin to come and check out our new central library.
$1 billion views up there.
So how is this? Well, first of all, if you're just joining us, this is Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show on Co-op 91.7 FM and streaming at koop.org. We're talking with Amanda Rohlich from the Office of Sustainability, and we're talking about the Seaholm EcoDistrict. So how is this EcoDistrict going to help us meet our carbon neutral goal? I think we have by 2050, the city of Austin is trying to be carbon neutral. Is that right?
That's right. And so, that's a pretty ambitious goal, but I think, we've looked at some of the things that are contributing to our greenhouse gas emissions, and it seems doable. It's going to take a lot of effort, but, when we've done our inventory, we've noticed that transportation is really a huge section of what is contributing to those greenhouse gas emissions. And I think for everyone who has been to Austin or lives in Austin, you can, kind of recognize that that's one of our central obstacles here is we've kind of have this city that's built for the car. And that's a very, post-World War II way to design cities. We're not alone, but it's something that we're going to have to start getting creative about. Mm-hmm. So what I'm so excited about in the EcoDistrict is you are really, it's almost, you're discouraged to be in your car. And like much of downtown and how that's becoming, it's a pain to kind of take your car down there. So
Yes.
you're really inspired to check out some of those other modes of transit, whether that's walking, running, biking, getting on the bus, doing a car share, carpool. What are all of the ways that we can kind of reduce some of those vehicle miles traveled? And so when you have a district that's got such vitality and it's got, places to eat, to go to the library, to shop, to take care of, errands, you've got everything kind of all in one place. And that really prompts you to step outside, get on your feet, get some exercise, and see the district kind of, face to face at that level.
It's true. And the library really fits in with our idea of, not just, if everybody bought something and then threw it in the landfill when they were done, it would just be crazy. But the library is all about sharing resources with our community and, providing a community experience. And so I really think that is just like the perfect little crown jewel for the EcoDistrict. And we are going to talk more about sort of some of the infrastructure features of the EcoDistrict in just a minute. We're about to talk for just a second with Tracy Schultz about the co-op membership drive that's happening right now.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, this is our membership drive. We come to you in the spring. We come to you in the fall. We ask for your support for Co-op Radio. Big thanks out to Max Koch, K-O-C-H. He made a donation to Co-op Radio. Thank you so much. Every little bit helps. Claps all around here in the studio. And it's folks like Max that make the donation to the show, to the station, that allows us to continue this type of programming. Give us a call at 512-472-5667. We have operators standing by. We have little incentives in the way of T-shirts, benefits cards, it's like passes to ACL Fest, and all sorts of a tote bag. We can tell you more about that, but you just have to give us a call at 512-472-5667.
We want to thank all of our listeners, and we want to thank Tracy for breaking it all down for us. The library is really so pleased to have this amazing platform to communicate with the Austin community and just let everybody know what the library has to offer for them. It's really about so much more than just books. It's really about connection. And it's funny because Co-op Radio is about the same thing. So if you're looking for fun things to do in Austin, we have 3 of our expert youth librarians who are going to tell us a little bit about some of the upcoming events at the Austin Public Library.
My name is Blair Parsons, and I'm a reference librarian at the Falk Central Library. Each week I highlight a few programs for adults that are happening around the Austin Public Library. Our full list of programs may be found on the library's events calendar. Tadazes Branch Library's monthly film and discussion program, Controversy and Conversation, meets again Thursday, September 7th at 7 o'clock p.m. This month's film, It Happened Here, analyzes the alarming pervasiveness of sexual assault on college campuses and the movement to hold schools accountable for students' protection. Controversy and Conversation meets Thursday, September 7th at 7 o'clock p.m. at the Tadazes Branch Library. On Sunday, September 10th, the Yarborough Branch Library will host Byron Stone of the Travis Audubon Society for Drama in the Skies, Raptors Over Austin. Byron will bring his 40 years of Texas birding experience to a lively discussion about the raptors flying above us. Drama in the Skies will be at 4 o'clock p.m., Sunday, September 10th, at the Yarborough Branch Library.
Hey there, Austin. Teen Program Specialist Michael Harley from the Falk Central Library here. Have you heard the big news? Falk Central is finally on the move. The 3rd floor has officially closed, and the books have begun their shift to your new Central Library. Soon teens will have their very own space at New Central, featuring stunning views, relaxing spaces, games to play, and of course, tons of books. Our new teen space will be located on the 3rd floor, which is completely devoted to youth, with children's services on one side and teen services on the other, so the space will be truly yours. You'll have access to our new expansive board game collection, computers packed with programs, games, and free internet access, and the latest video game systems and titles, including the PS4 Pro, the Xbox One, the Nintendo Switch, and the HTC Vive virtual reality headset. And that's not all. The new Central Library has 6 stories total, full of amazing new features, including a restaurant, touch tables, and a rooftop garden. The new Central Library is anticipated to open on Saturday, October 28th. In the meantime, the current Falk Central Library location will be open through Friday, September 15th. More details for the new Central Library can be found at library.austintexas.gov/new-central-library. Information on teen programming can be found at library.austintexas.gov/events.
This is Ann Minner, Managing Librarian at the Old Quarry Branch. I get to highlight some information for families this week. After a long, busy summer and a short planning break, story times begin again next week, system-wide. Storytime programs introduce young children to books, rhymes, music, and other fun activities. Austin Public Library is proud to offer programs matched to the typical attention spans and developmental levels of different ages of children. We'll have toddler time, preschool time, sensory story time, pajama time, books and babies, music and movement, Spanish story time, and all ages story time. We are also offering various dual language story times, including Spanish, Chinese, French, and Japanese. We are really looking forward to seeing everyone. More details are at library.austintexas.gov/storytimes.
Is your nonprofit a Co-op Community Council community organization member? Membership comes with no obligations and many benefits, including co-op membership and voting rights, public service announcements, and being able to have your events posted on the Community Council events calendar. Contact Community Council at kop.org for more information.
Thanks for listening. Welcome back to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show right here on Co-op, koop.org, 91.7 FM. And we heard a little bit about some of the events happening at the library. Speaking of special events, the Austin Central Library, the brand new Central Library that we've been talking about, opens its doors at its new location, 710 West Cesar Chavez Street, on Saturday, October 28th at 1 p.m., right after the grand opening ceremony. And details about this new Central Library are online at library.austintexas.gov/central. And we today have been talking with Amanda Rohlich, who's from the Office of Sustainability. And I have just one more question for you before we wrap things up. How and where can people learn more about the Seaholm EcoDistrict?
Sure. So if you're interested in learning more about the Seaholm EcoDistrict, you can go to austintexas.gov/Seaholm Eco. So that's SEAHOLM ECO. And you can also just Google Seaholm EcoDistrict, and I think our page comes up as one of the first. And you can also download an app that can take you through a self-guided audio walking tour of the district. So you can really dive into some of these stories, some of the historical stories and celebration of some of the green features that are in this eco district. There are 15 sites included on this walking tour, and it's really fun. You can check out Electric Drive, the SUFA solar benches, the Butterfly Bridge, of course, the library, and you can also learn a little bit about the ghost of the former power plant named Herman. Yes. Oh. So if that's not some intrigue for you.
So I'm curious. So can you repeat the URL where I can get this app at?
Sure. You'll just go to our website, austintexas.gov/Seaholm Eco, SEAHOLMECO.
Thank you so much, Amanda. This has been Amanda Rohlich with the City of Austin's Office of Sustainability. Thanks again for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Kanya. This was fun.
And so next week, we're going to be talking to Ariel Pisano, who is Administrative Assistant at the Twin Oaks branch, about how the library is more than books and about how staff members are more than just clerks. And we want to thank our hardworking volunteer, Federico Pacheco. And we want to tell you to stay tuned to 91.7 FM and koop.org for rock and roll pest control, high-octane rock, metal, and punk music. Thanks. Thanks for listening to Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show. Special thanks to our producer, DJ Harris, and to the musicians who composed and performed our original theme song, Andrew Noble on violin, Kirk Duvall on guitar, and Mike Wheat on percussion. And thanks to you, our listeners. Volumes, the Austin Public Library radio show, airs Wednesday afternoons at 2:30 on Co-op 91.7 FM and koop.org. If you catch us mid-show, full episodes and other details can be found at library.austintexas.gov/volumes.